Podz, are you with us?
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Welcome on in.
I'm ready for, no, I'm Podz. I guess I should kind of just introduce myself. Hi, I'm Podz. We have on commentary, Idol and Valen. They're, some friends of mine who ran this game, and yeah, I'm gonna do some White Heaven Rush today. So, yeah, if you can give me a countdown, Otter, we can get going.
And we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin!
Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, this is the actual countdown. Go. Sorry, I forgot about that.
It's okay, we're off.
Alright,
We're off.
so
We're doing it live.
I will quickly explain real quickly what White Heaven Rush is. White Heaven Rush is basically a back-to-back mode with 96 and then 97 main level stages. There's only one that was dropped because it was mainly lore dependent. This game, you have the main special gimmick of this game is you have cards. Left click is a fire ability, right click is a discard, which is a movement ability. The first card you get introduced to is a Purify. Left click it's like a machine gun, and right click it's like an explosive bomb jump. The second card right here is Elevate. Left click, it's a pistol that you're able to shoot, and right click, you're able to basically get a double jump that is slightly higher. Another thing about this stage, especially that's really common in the first chapter, is runners are going to be running on water a lot. This is so, when you run on water, you're roughly twice as fast as walking on ground. So a lot of times runners are going to prioritize getting on water as quickly as possible in order to gain more speed. Another mechanic you're going to be seeing Podz do is parrying. Whenever you parry an enemy bullet, you gain a speed boost. Each parry is roughly around 0.1. Although small, it adds up over the course of 96 stages.
Nice. That level was actually kind of scary, but yeah, that was bounce.
You'll also see them do this against their Purify Bomb. It also gives the same speed boost as you would just the regular bullets as well.
Yes. Another mechanic you're going to see, it's not on this stage, but it's going to be another mechanic on a lot of stages, is phantom boosting. Basically, whenever you hit an enemy bullet for roughly around 1.5 to 2 seconds, the hitbox still is there, so you're able to shoot it with your gun and then quickly swap to your katana and hit it, so you're able to get 2 boosts off of only 1. So you're able to
play that safe, but yep. We got this. Sorry about the sun blaring in your eyes, but...
You'll also see Podz, like, sniping a lot of enemies with, the Purify. That's because the first 2 bullets come out in the bottom left, like, every time, so...
I can save this.
Makes it... Yeah, it makes it not too difficult to, like, snipe enemies from across the map.
I'm not used to backing that up, but, I can...
It's fine. Go, dude.
Nice.
So right here, we're introduced to the second chapter. I forgot to mention this earlier, but this game has 12 chapters. There's 9 chapters of 10, and boss chapters that have fewer stages, but we'll explain that more in a bit. This right here is chapter 2. We're going to be introduced to the third card, the Godspeed. Right click, you get a dash. This dash sets you to roughly around 100 speed, and you're able to... Oh, no.
That's embarrassing.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Godspeed. For Godspeed, you're able to both kill enemies and also break red breakable walls. For its left click ability, it's a rifle that does 3 damage, and you're able to kill enemies way quicker. This is an example of being able to dash their enemies and kill them.
Another thing to note is you'll maintain speed in the air like more than you would just using it on the ground. So you'll see that a lot too.
Yes. The game has a lot. The game's air friction is lower than friction on the ground. So one thing you're going to see Podz do sometimes is something called a grounded boost. Podz is going to be getting a boost on the ground and immediately jumping. This is because you get higher boost speed when you're on the ground, and you're able to preserve that speed for longer while you're in the air. There really isn't much else to talk about this chapter. This chapter is kind of
Chapter 2 is kind of just nothing. Like,
yeah, a lot of it is. Oh wait, one more thing I forgot to mention. Certain enemies actually drop cards as well. So, for example, the yellow guys, the frogs, they drop elevate cards. The blue guys, the jocks, they drop Godspeeds. The stage also introduces you to glass panes. They aren't too important. They don't really do too much, but yeah, this is what glass panes are.
There's not a whole lot left for Chapter 2, so if we want to get a quick donation in, now would be a good time, probably.
We do not have any currently outstanding donations. However, I will remind us that that Bomb Rush Cyberpunk game is not too terribly long from now. That is 4 hours, and we are still looking to meet the incentive to unlock that game. We are currently at $389 out of the target $1250.
Y'all should donate to that. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk's a cool run.
It is, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Valen, do you want to introduce Guardians?
You can introduce Guardians. I'll talk about Stomp.
Alright, so Guardians are a new enemy introduced. They're the big heads. These heads have 8 health, I forgot. Yeah, they have 8 health.
Yeah, they have 8.
And they instantly lock onto you and look at you. So you have to break line of sight with them in order to either stop them or you have to kill them before they appear.
Alright, this is the Stomp card, much like the Purify. It's another like high fire rate gun, and the first 2 bullets come out the bottom left every time you reset spray, and the right click ability sends you into a stomp. This will kill the enemies, but also it increases your grab range, so when you come down and like land, your range for like where you pick up a card is slightly extended from where it would normally be.
Yes. The other, I don't recall if you mentioned this as well, but stomping, the right-click stomp is also could be used to kill enemies too.
Yeah.
So one of the main gimmicks that you're going to be seeing a lot in a lot of these stages going on is we're basically going to be taking a card and trying to smuggle it as far into the stage as possible to get a use for this. So this stage isn't really a good example of it, unfortunately. This is like the one stage in the run in this chapter that is not a good example of this because it's basically just.
This next level's a good one.
Yeah.
This is one of the first major reset points of the run. It's canals. You have to snipe very far away enemies, some of them being through walls, and it is a very hard stage. But Podz is absolutely nailing it first try, I believe.
Nope.
I'm sorry I cursed you.
Yeah.
Stage. Hard level, Con. Con, get away from it.
Very hard stage. This is, as I mentioned, the first major reset point of the run because of you are allowed to miss very few shots, and for example, you have to keep the elevate until the end.
Yeah.
Hey, second try. That's pretty good. Good work.
And we take those. We take those.
Here's an example of smuggling. So we smuggle the Godspeed in order to make it so we can hit the barrel slightly faster. We're going to also be skipping a lot of the level geometry as well, so I'm just skipping a lot of the level as well because the state game was designed a lot around speedrunning, so the devs had a lot of speedrun paths intended. And as I mentioned earlier about smuggling cards, this is a good example of this because we're going to be killing some of the enemies from way earlier on than we should instead of stomping, and we're going to be taking the stomp to the end in order to save time by being able to stomp faster and get down to the ground faster.
Yep.
Pretty good mountain.
Yep.
So this right here is the final stage of Chapter 3. This is another example of smuggling cards to the end. The next chapter is going to be our first boss chapter, which I will explain once we get there. Also, nice super kinetic. I probably shouldn't have said that because I don't want to curse.
Hey, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Good. This is a pretty good run so far. So this right here is our first boss chapter. Lore in the game is basically we're going to find some powerful thing in the city, and well, so we're going to have to, go do this. Another mechanic that's mentioned earlier is if you're on the edge of the water, you're able to trick the game into believing you're above water. because whenever you're above water, you get slightly more speed. And this right here is the second major reset point of the run. This is Forgotten City. A lot of whenever you see Podz shoot balloons that are really close to walls, the buildings have an invisible.
I missed one, but as a backup, luckily.
Yeah. Nice backup. But yeah, a lot of those times you will miss those balloons because, well, for some reason the building just has a bigger hitbox and it actually leads on the balloon.
Yeah.
Also, Valen, would you like to explain boss fights and Death Center abuse?
Yeah, so the way boss fights work here is, every time, like, Podz is going to be destroying these crystals, and every time you destroy the crystals, Neon Green here is going to be vulnerable for a moment where you can shoot him, like, up to a certain amount of times. There's burst, like, phases as you see, but yeah. You can also see Podz using the default card up. That's going to be very important for the end of the fight here, because...
You know what, we'll go for...
Yeah.
No, we're not. I should have just...
But yeah, when you use all of the default card up, you get a failure, and it pauses the endgame timer. And because of that, you'll like save a handful of seconds at the end of a boss fight that way.
It saves like roughly 2-3 seconds, I believe, something like that.
Yes, that's correct. Also, good work on
am I missing?
Good work on the boss fight. And now it is time to introduce you to Chapter 5. Welcome to Chapter 5. We get introduced to the Fireball. The Fireball is basically just a Godspeed, but 10 times better. Basically, you're able to look in any direction and discard it, and you will be sent flying similar speed to Godspeed. But also, you could do it at any direction vertically. At the end, for your Fireball, you also have an extended,
yeah.
You also have an extended range to pick up stuff, and also you still remain in a state where you're walking at water speed, and you can kill enemies way after the Fireball dash ends. This is a really good part, really fun, but also really hard to use.
Yeah, the big difference between it and the Godspeed you want to use in the air, as where the Fireball you tend to want to use on the ground because of that aforementioned water boost that you get.
True, yeah.
Wait, yeah, hold up.
It's fine. This right here is another one of, I believe it's one of the hardest chapters in the run, especially considering I think the strats Podz is going for. I'm not 100% sure though, but this is one of the hardest chapters in the run, and it's also one of the flashiest if you're able to do everything properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of levels that you can like really throw a lot of time on, especially if you're nervous.
Really hard chapter. And another thing I forgot to mention, those new enemies. So those new black ball-shaped enemies are called ringers. They shoot out bullets.
Okay, I can save this.
Yeah, you can. They shoot out them in a ring, and with Fireball, you can get a lot of speed off of them because you're basically, if you hit 2 projectiles in the same frame, you don't get a speed boost, but if you hit 1 projectile in 1 frame and then hit another projectile the second frame, you're able to get a cascading speed boost. So one thing that you're going to see people going for is attempting to shoot fireball bullets at the ringer and get a massive speed boost. This is a good example of that, and especially later on in chapter 9. So yeah, Podz right there is able just to get a massive speed boost, and that isn't even the limit of how fast you can go. You can go insanely fast if you get perfect speed.
Yeah, we'll see some examples of that later on.
There really isn't too much to mention else about these stages. This is just a really flashy chapter. Oh wait, here's one more thing.
Except for Arcs. You know, Arcs is Arcs.
Arcs is a chapter 3 stage disguised as a chapter 5 stage. So, one thing I want to mention is Podz is going to be stomping on the outside in order to hit explosions through the wall. You're able to hit explosions.
Unlucky.
It's fine.
That's fine.
All right, and this right here is Apartment. This is a very flashy stage, so I'll just
assuming I hit it.
I'll let the gameplay speak for itself. This is
I can save this.
Hey, you did it. Nice.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
first
good.
time-
Pretty
first
good
time
for
we did
the pretty good for the time being. So yeah, chapter 6 time.
it. Do you want to introduce tripwires, Vale?
Yeah, tripwires, the way they work is, if you, like, run into them, they'll instantly kill you, but if you kill, like, them, they'll, like, kill anything that they're attached to, so, like, you'll often see a lot of, like, these big tripwire chains where they just end up, like, killing each other. Yeah. Is there anything I missed there?
No. Not really. No, you did good. You did good. Don't worry. Chapter 6
Oh god, I
is...
tapped out. Oh,
Sorry.
tapped out.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
How do I...
Press D again.
Got it.
There you go. So there isn't too much to really mention about this chapter. This chapter, depending on the strats you go for, this is either a relatively relaxed chapter or the hardest chapter in the run. Luckily, Podz is not going to basically be doing just the hardest stuff for the entire stage, so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have time for a couple donations?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe give 1 or 2.
Heck yeah. Mithril Fox donates $25 saying, I love Neon White, so to see this running on Fastest Furs brings me so much joy. Speaking of joy, definitely wanting to see Bomb Rush Cyberpunk being run too. Also, trans rights are human rights for life.
Base. So true.
Base.
We also have another $25 donation from Saru and Mrs. Positivity saying, thanks for what you're doing, it's a great cause.
Oh, those are some of my friends. Hi, y'all. Hope y'all are doing well.
Blue Drawn also donates $5 saying, Bomb Rush! I agree. Yep.
True.
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 Shout out to Blue. Shout out to Blue, by the way. They are actually one of the artists that made the Bomb Rusher, and I know them personally. They're cool.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome. I hope we are able to see Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. As I mentioned earlier, banger game. And thank you all for the support. As Saru and Miss Positivity said, this is a really good cause. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here to help out.
All right, new enemy just draw up shockers here. You want to explain what they are?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, shockers are basically like they have these 6 different petals that you can land on. They'll kill the enemy and send you flying for.
Wrong way. It's give me 2 seconds. I need to also. Do
I can explain the
I'll-
I'll explain the application.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, Neon White is made on Unity, and for people who don't know, Unity is unfortunately very frame rate dependent. There are a lot of issues that the game can have with frame rate dependency. One of these is, well, shockers. Shockers are very interesting. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
The amount of speed you can get.
What? Okay, that was goofy.
I guess we just have more time to explain shockers. Basically, the frame rate, for some reason, with certain interactions with cards like Fireball and Shocker, the amount of speed you get from fireballing into a Shocker is dependent on your frame rate, and it makes it more consistent. So the lower the frame rate, basically around 60 or so, is around the best, because you're able to get set really fast to the angular rate.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, that's a massive
like
amount of
that.
speed.
Yeah.
That is way more than what you would normally get. Also, you can get shocker dupes, like what I got there, where,
Wait, what? No way. Okay, context. Shocker dupes are a frame-perfect trick where if you kill a shocker at the exact same frame you land on it, you get 2 kills. Yeah, frame perfect. Casual 6 years frame perfect first shot. Okay, Podz, you're good. You don't have to brag.
as you do, yeah.
You don't have to brag to all of us. Too good. So
Alright, here's another like fireball into shocker thing here we'll see on this level. Again, like smuggling like one of the cards here. Like Idol was talking about earlier. Like specifically this fireball.
and you will get sent flying.
That is way more than I thought.
Oh my god.
That's like actually world record level launch. Okay, you're like
That was silly.
if you went for all IL strats, it actually probably could have been like actually a world record in Run Wild. Why are you so good at fireball launches? Why are you so good at that?
Oh my god. I had no
just
idea
the
that was a
goat.
thing.
You're just the goat. That's all.
Yeah.
Sure.
Change
Yeah.
your map to to the goat. So this is Trip Track. This is basically just a simple stage. There's not much really being up here, but the next stage, Race. Yo, Race, I love Race.
I love race.
So this right here is Race. As Valen mentioned earlier, there could be a lot of cascading tripwires, and this is an example of a stage with that. This is the stage with the most amount of demons, but you don't have to shoot all 128 of them, which is pretty nice. Shout out Wet for making this strat the fastest safe race strat.
Yeah, I accidentally
Oh.
clicked the wrong button, but that's fine.
That's fine. We gotta admire the stage more. I love Race.
I love this level. Like, unironically.
It's so cool.
What? Okay, cool.
Sad. Game's trolling.
Game's being a bit on the silly end, but yeah, we got it.
So this is the end of Chapter 6, and right now, Chapter 7, we get introduced to the bubbles. These guys are either tolerable or the worst demons in the game, depending on who you ask. Sometimes some people love them, but yeah. Basically, you go, Valen. You go.
No, you go. You were explaining stuff.
So bubbles, basically, you have to walk into them to kill them. You could either walk out of the bubble or shoot out of it in order to kill the bubble. Bubbles, you can't shoot into them, but demons can shoot out of them. So bubbles can also be used to protect yourself from certain demon fires, like guardians. And yeah, this is an example of having to walk into every bubble. Unfortunately, the bubble hitbox isn't perfect, so there is a good chance you might walk into a bubble, but it might not count as a kill if you are on the edge of it.
Yeah, it can be like the I've had more than enough times where it's like the hitboxes of a bubble are so like awkward that you can just miss a bubble for no reason. It's like, okay, yeah, cool. Sure,
Yeah.
buddy.
It happens way more frequently than I feel like it should, but also it just kind of happens with we're speedrunners and we try to take corners as tight as possible.
Also, yeah, this level's kind of cool. See if I can get. No, I didn't get the fast strat.
Water was a pop game. Pop game. Super duper kickflip window skip is such a good strat name. Shout out Pumps.
That is amazing. Alright,
well.
minefield. Time
Alright,
for time for the reason why this game's goofy. VSync.
So, fun fact, in this stage, turning on VSync makes you spawn 0.1 units higher, and that allows you to skip falling on the waterfall, and it saves like half a second. Why? We have no idea. We have no idea why it's like this. It just is.
Yeah.
The spawn is just very, very slightly random. This right here is Mimic. Valen can introduce Mimic.
Yeah. Mimics, like the name would suggest, they're kind of these enemy chests, and whenever you kill them, they spawn out a bunch of bullets that will instantly kill you if you touch them, but also we can reflect them and get a speed boost off of them. And there's also this weird property where if the Mimic bullets hit the wall, you can like slash them for like a second and a half like after they hit the wall. It's really weird.
Yeah, also, yeah, this level, greenhouse. You can kinda just... You normally have to go in, but, What?
Welcome to well, as I always say, welcome to Greenhouse. We jump around the greenhouse, and that's Greenhouse. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Goodbye.
This
Alright,
is-
yeah, this is kind of like self-explanatory stuff, but, yeah, if there's any more donations, feel free to hit a few. Like, hit
There
one
are
or two,
indeed.
probably.
We have a donation from Bree 12am commenting, "Hi Podz, good luck. This game is a super fun speed game. I'd recommend people try it out. Please put this donation towards saving the neons."
Yeah.
Thank you, Bree. Hi.
Thank you, Bree.
Thank you very.
We also have a $10 donation from Blaze saying, "Hey Podz, this run has been incredible so far and you're doing an amazing job. I know how hard you've worked on this, and I'm so happy you are sharing it for a great cause, trans rights.
Trans rights.
Trans rights.
So,
Also, this is a... go ahead.
We have a pretty big level to go and explain, so
this is
yeah.
chapter 8. I like this chapter. Welcome to the Dominion card. This is a rocket launcher. We have a lot to explain here. Okay, so
Also, wait, sorry, before we mention, yeah, enjoy the music. This music's good.
True, this chapter's awesome. Welcome to chapter 8. I love Dominion. This is right here is a rocket jumping card. Left click, it's a rocket jump. I'll explain other rockets more after the stage. Right click, it's a zip line. You're able to move at slightly faster than water speeds towards literally any surface within a certain range of you. How do rockets work? Basically, all explosions in this game, regardless in relation to where you are, will always send you up. So it was made that way to make it easier to understand for people who don't have a lot of experience with rocket jumping in other games like Source games, which is perfectly fine. This leads to a weird effect, though, of shooting rockets above you actually means you're able to climb really fast. But the main thing that you're going to be seeing in this chapter is we're going to get a Dominion card, we're going to smuggle it to the end, and we're going to climb up a bunch of buildings. That is basically what every stage in this is. This is also one of the hardest chapters because of very precise aiming and Dominion being pretty precise, too.
Yeah.
Personally, one of my...
Dominion would probably be the strongest card, if not for something else coming up later.
We don't know. Yeah, they don't know what that is yet. We have another 3 chapters. This is... Yeah,
we can say this?
Yeah, you can. Nice!
Nice.
Okay, so...
This is my
right here.
level! No way!
Yo, Podz, birthday
Grinded this
cash.
level for like 20 hours in ILs once. This is... And I'm washed up now.
Hey, Podz, do you like Crash? Smile.
I love this level. There's a strat in this level that is totally not like the worst thing ever, and
Shout out
makes me
Steel.
want to scream every time it exists. Shout out to Steel.
Shout out Steel for like getting you to grind it for like 3 days.
Yep.
The next stage
Also,
is
yeah,
pretty
you
fun.
can shoot. Also, yeah, this is the best level of the game.
I like this. I like this stage. This is fun. This is Ascent. This is the first feature aim lap strat, where basically you're going to be shooting stuff from very far away very quickly. This stage is awesome. That's
hold up.
This game is awesome. I love this stage. This stage is super fun. This was one of the stages I grinded for record on a lot. It is a really fun stage because you just get to shoot stuff from very far away, and then you climb up at a very big building at the end. This is also, well, as I mentioned earlier, one of the hardest chapters because of how aim intense this actually is. It's very aim intensive and very intense to do.
I'm gonna take it kind of safe here, but
That's fine. That demon's really annoying to hit, unfortunately. So the next 2 stages don't really have much going on, so does anyone else have anything they want to mention? Or if not, we could probably do donations.
Yeah, probably a quick donation.
Okay. We do have a $50 donation from Wayfaring Fox, who says, "Cheers for trans rights. Good luck, Podz."
yo,
And,
Hey, Fox.
Hi, Fox.
we also, yes, the bonus game, we are now at $489 raised out of the $1250. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, that is coming up in a little bit less than 4 hours.
Ooh, okay. I really hope we can get that. Also,
Yeah, we would love to see that. Helix's run is always great.
one thing I want to mention. Someone brought up Mikey Rush in chat. So people who don't know, Mikey Rush is basically White's Heaven Rush, but the only cards are Dominion and one more future card you see later on. It is a very fun, but also another hard chapter. Also, shout out to everyone, all the Aromantic and Ace stuff being posted. That's awesome. Yellow base.
Yeah. So great to see.
So coming up is a good stage. Smile. I like this next. Should I bring up how much I played the stage? Should I? I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Idol.
Hey, this is Streak. This is the stage I spent 100 hours on grinding. This stage is awesome. This is basically Ascent, but also shorter, but also, depending on how you do the middle section, way more annoying. This stage is awesome. I love Streak. So basically, you're going to be shooting stuff across the map, and then climbing up a building. There's invisible walls here that make the shot way more annoying, but Podz got it because they're doing easy.
Yeah, had to take it a bit safer, but yeah, we got it.
This right here
Also, this is Mirror. This is shout out to Wed.
This is the best example of what a Chapter 8 stage is. You shoot stuff from very far away, and then you climb a building for 10 seconds. The one thing I find really funny was there was a Devs React somewhat recently, where, not somewhat recently, when the game first came out, I don't know why I said recently, but basically, the devs are just basically laughing that the strat for these stages was basically just shoot everything far away and climb the building.
Yep.
And that's the end of
Yeah,
chapter.
that is 30. That is like a 50-second level done in 30.
Yeah.
So,
And now we have chapter 9, and there's nothing really new about this chapter. It's all just kind of like greatest hits of like everything we've seen up to this point.
Chapter 9 is basically just putting everything together. This is kind of like the exam chapter. This one just basically tests how good you are and how comfortable you are with everything else. A lot of these also have a lot of gimmicks, which lead to either some of the best stages in the game or some of the worst. This is another pretty fun stage I made bullets, because basically you're going to be smuggling a Dominion through the entire stage. So yeah, this is a stage I personally really like, but it's also kind of contentious.
I can save this.
Rocket jump, but you might have to watch out for.
I have a backup plan.
Oh, okay, you have enough ammo. Maybe. Okay, yeah, you do. Go to.
And
even
gonna
doubt.
do one of this.
Never doubt the goat.
What else am I missing? I'll just reset. I don't really
Gold is also
wanna...
very common for being very easy to miss one demon on. We have a term for that in the community, and it's called getting one. Because it is really common in this game to miss one demon and lose your run.
This is a really bad run goer.
Yep, Bolts is another major run reset point. And we're saying this as if Chapter 8 isn't already hard enough.
Yeah. I think until very recently, like when AJ took the record, like pretty much every record before that had at least like one reset in like a level.
What am I missing?
AJ's run still missed some.
I can save this. Yeah, I can just do this like kind of casually.
Everyone cheer on Podz. Podz is just the go.
I'm the comeback guy, they say.
Podz is to you.
Also, you can kind of shoot a vending machine, because vending machine has like a some kind of an extended hitbox.
Yes. Yeah, this is the only stage where vending machines are actually useful for this game. They're useful in 100% runs, but this isn't 100%. This is a category with not 40 minutes of dialogue.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Alright, plunge. Probably have... This is like kind of boring level, so we have time for another donation.
We do indeed. Frazbright donates $50. No comment, but thank you very much for your very generous and kind donation.
Nice.
Thank you.
Could probably fit in another, actually. This is kind of a straightforward level.
We don't have any other donations at the moment. However, for the first time ever, we are offering a grand prize to donors during Fall Fest 2023. Anyone who donates $50 or more over the course of the marathon will be eligible to win a Nintendo Switch OLED console and a copy of Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. This prize bundle was funded through direct contributions of members of the Fastest Furs leadership team. Use the command !prizes in chat for more details on all of these amazing prizes, and remember that trans rights are human rights.
True.
Also,
no, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Welcome to Barrage. For a while,
yeah.
the bit I used to always do was just make fun of the stage for being bad, but I feel like the stage is okay, so I can't do that now. Unless y'all hate the stage, then y'all can...
I like this stage.
Okay.
I can save this?
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, you can.
There you go. Okay, yeah, you got everything. Nice. So, yeah, each stage has its own gimmick. As you can tell, this is a lot of just running on water and shooting stuff far away. That right there is basically the IL strike. You're supposed to stomp down and, hit the barrels, but you don't have to, and it's slightly faster, but also it looks super cool. This is a stage. This is one of the flashiest stages in the game.
Yeah.
Remember when I
and
mentioned?
it may be the hardest level, depending on who you ask.
I am down to see it. Nice Ohio Fireball. I'll explain that in a bit. But basically, every stage in this, remember when I mentioned the ringers and how you could shoot fireballs as enemy at lot speed? Yeah, this is like the perfect stage to figure that out and see what it's like. Ohio Fireball is a strat where you fireball into a wall specifically and grab a fireball through it. I forgot why we called it Ohio Fireball, but I've come around on it. It's a banger name.
It's goofy, but yeah, it exists.
It's an old meme at this point.
It's a good name. It's a good name.
All
and
right.
every time I mention Ohio Fireball, someone DMs me telling me, "See, I told you you'd catch on." So I'm waiting for that DM soon. This is Trapwire. This is Tripwires, but you're a trap.
Yeah.
Also, someone in chat asked Podz, do you think Estate's the hardest stage in the game for you?
Stay is the hardest. Hardest normal level, yeah, but in terms of boss levels, there's an obvious outlier.
We will get to that in approximately
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
seconds. Valen, if you want, I can take over explaining third sim, because that's a lot in a minute.
Yeah.
You're
you can
not going to
third-
explain it, and
Fuck.
like you need a few levels to explain it.
So this is Ricochet. This is really funny depending on the strats you do. If you really want to go fast, you could do 7 frame perfect inputs, but nah. Also,
I'm
one thing
good.
that happens is, since Podz, you're on 60 FPS, right? Or are you on
I'm on VSync.
What's your monitor's refresh rate if you remember?
75.
Okay, so sometimes on lower FPSs, so basically anything below like 120, you can stomp down on a shocker and it would not kill it. So, yeah, that's what happened there. This is Fortress. This is honestly one of my favorite stages in this game, just because of how it looks. It looks so cool. You're basically just scaling a fortress, and there's a glass cage up top, but you can shoot tripwires earlier in order to make it so the glass cage opens earlier. It is...
There is I will say this, there is a really hard strat here. I have spent some time learning it, but I figured like it would be it's like a really cool strat where you go on the outside and then you're like shoot those balloons that I just hit last. Like right after going up, and it is really hard. Like I said with everything.
Yeah, okay. This is another, like, story mention, so we do have a quick moment for a donation.
This is the last this is the last stage of the run where it's actually calm. It's actually kind of calm, so fair warning.
We do have a $69 donation, nice, from Pen10, who says vroom, and
Vroom.
indeed that is what we are doing.
Yep, we are going fast.
We are going quite fast.
Basically, the lore in this game is we're supposed to find some books that God used. This is where one of the books is located. But unfortunately, Neon Green is also going to be here because you got set up. You are going... So, this next stage is going to be pretty hard. I need to take a breath so I can actually attempt to explain all of this in a minute.
I'll explain the stuff after this.
Yeah, I will be
yeah.
focusing a lot, so wish me luck.
Good luck, good luck.
Good luck, good luck.
Terrified of this level, so yeah. I
So,
was grinding and I got a lot of good time, so yeah, hope this goes well.
So, this is Third Temple. This right here is basically Clock Tower, but put up to 1,000. So you have to damage Neon Green 140 times out of a total of 168 or 169 damage you're able to do. So what this is going to be doing, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be attempting to shoot Green in every possible ability whenever Neon Green drops his shield, because he drops his shield most of the time whenever he does that. So, for example, you're gonna see Podz attempting to line up and get good fireball shots. You're gonna be seeing Podz damaging crystals in certain ways, so they can also damage Green at the same time. You're gonna be seeing them snipe Neon Green a lot, and also do Dominion shots. So one example right here coming up is you're going to see Podz shooting a crystal 4 times and then positioning so they can shoot Neon Green and damage him at the same time. You're also going to be... This is just one of the hardest stages in the game, and To explain
I
everything
can
that happens,
save this. This is a bit
to
more
explain
painful.
everything that happens and all of that would take nearly like 10 plus minutes to explain everything. I'm just trying to get the rough overview. This right here is the air swap part, an air shot, where you're going to be time to get a minion in order to hit green and do 8 damage. It is extremely hard to time, and like I think basically like only like the world record holders for the IL version of the stage are able to get it consistent. So unfortunately,
Yeah, we're not gonna get the cycle, unfortunately.
Oh, no, okay, it's fine, it's fine. So basically, the fastest possible cycle you can kill green is a little bit after the air shot and air swap section. After that, basically the best possible spot to kill green is by where the end of the waterway is. We call that the tower kill. That is the best way to do it, because after that there's a chase sequence where basically you just have to attempt to snipe green with Dominion shots as good as possible. And unfortunately, it could fall apart very quickly at that point. But yeah, this is a stage that is supposed to take roughly around 3.5 minutes, I believe. But you can do it in under 50 seconds.
You can do it in just under, yeah. Optimally,
it is a hard stage.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to get it under a minute. So.
This is one of the, if not the hardest stage in the room, depending on who you ask.
It is the hardest stage in my opinion.
It's like, super hard. Yeah, it requires a lot. So let's see if you get air swap shots. So.
I didn't go for the air shot, but.
Oh, okay. So this right here is pretty good. This could get a really. Wait. Okay. Wait. This is good. This is good. Pause.
Yes.
Nice. That is the second earliest kill you can get, I believe. That is.
All right. This is the Book of Life. This is the final card we'll be seeing in this run. But basically what it lets you do is immediately teleport and kill an enemy. We do not have to kill all the enemies in this chapter. We're just looking to get to the very end where the book is. The crazy part about this is you only have to see like 1 pixel of the enemy to be able to teleport them, and while the range isn't infinite, as you can see, it's very long, so these levels can get quite crazy.
So yeah, to see an example, we'll see an example of how far you can reach soon, but yeah, this is pretty much just it's basically just, hey, this is just pure raw aim test. Can you spam right click and can you aim? This is
these levels are quite polarizing. I like them, but
hello?
It is quite different from.
And this trick is kind of annoying.
Yeah, there's a lot of near pixel perfect precise stuff. I mean, well, not technically pixels if you want to get nerdy, but yeah, it basically is just close enough to near pixel perfect stuff if you really want to make it sound as cool as possible. Also, this is the stage where the sun blinds you. Have fun. Sorry, well, XD.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but
you can't turn off the sun in this game. Yeah, as Jackknife said, unit perfect, basically. There's a lot. So one weird gimmick is if you aim at one of the red breakable surfaces, you immediately lose all contact with teleporting. Normally you're able to look slightly away and still able to teleport, but if you touch a red wall, you immediately lose contact and can't break it. This is Congregation. This is the only stage where you don't get booked right away. Normal Neon White stage, but as soon as you get the Book of Life, you'll see what happens. You'll see.
You'll see.
Unfortunately, we aren't going to be doing the really funny strat, but
yeah, we're not playing we're not two-playering this time.
Gotta have rule sets to decide if we should split based on 2-player or not, Kappa.
Alright, sequence. This is a fast pace, so yeah, assuming I can get
this is really fun. Nice wall clip too.
I've played this level so much and I still don't have the Amy.
I got Sapphire and I got so lucky I got Sapphire, just stay tuned.
Anyway, this is Macfin. This level is like a minute and a half long, by the way.
You aren't. Yeah, so you aren't allowed to be. You aren't allowed to teleport to the rings and teleport to them. That would make the stage really short. You know, instead this is just a minute and a half long stage. Where you just gotta You just gotta go through. It's a marathon. It basically is a test of everything, including.
We can save this.
How it works is you don't hold forward.
Yeah, you have to aim a certain direction.
Also, yeah, this is the final boss now. So yeah.
This is kind of a bit. I don't know how to describe this. It's a little bit. It's not as hard as the rest, but saying it's not hard takes away from the fact this still isn't easy. This is basically the only part of the game where you actually have to mash at certain parts, and you'll see the Conga lines coming up soon. I love the Conga lines; it's such a good name.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow's
Conga line number 1.
I think tomorrow's
nice. That was good.
Nice, that was good. I just want to say shout out to Mari because I think he's the one that coined that term. But even if he's not, shout out to Mari. He's still a nice community member anyway. So.
Yeah.
Also, Podz, I saw someone in chat ask, out of context, Book of Life or Book of Death?
Book of Life.
So this is the second Conga line.
Assuming I can hit it.
That happens, yeah. The stage also is kind of cycle dependent at that one.
Where is Green?
It's fine.
Behind the pillar.
Got it.
Yeah.
So this right here is the ending of the second to last phase where you get to shoot stuff very far away. Let's see if Podz hits it.
Yeah.
I hit one.
It's one. Back up a bull, back up a bull. Are you gonna go for Psycho Coyote or?
I'm not going for that goofy.
Don't go for.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So unfortunately, Podz is going to have to just basically hit the crystals normally, but that's fine. And then right here is the final phase. Timing's going to end whenever it says you failed on the screen. So.
Yeah.
And time.
GG.
GG.
Good run.
Good run.
4152. That's pretty good.
Nice run. Nice run. You did good.
Especially because some of the levels are kind of goofed up a little bit, but yeah, we move. We take those any day of the week.
We gaming. We are the game. Well, you are gaming. You are the
I'm gaming.
You're gaming themselves.
Yeah, thanks to GG's everyone. I'm happy about this run. This was actually really good for a showcase marathon run.
Yeah.
Have anything you want to plug? Anyone we want to shout out?
Okay, shoutouts to everyone in the Neon White community. If you want to join the Neon White Discord, feel free to Neon White, go to speedrun.com/Neon White, and join the Discord. We are a very good community. We're great in ILs, great in runs. We have a very active IL scene. Shouts to Idle, shouts to Valen, shouts to Otter, shouts to everyone in the Fastest Fizz community. And yeah.
I also want to thank the Fastest Fizz community for letting us do this run and letting us commentate. It was a great time, and I'm happy to be able to help support such a great cause.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. It's a great run.
It's a great run. It's a great game. People should buy this game, please. It's great. Also, yeah, thank you for having us, and yeah, trans rights.
Great.
Trans rights.
Trans rights.